Good very morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Dave TV. Here on DCRTV.com. It's Monday, the 20th of May, 2013. How you doing? Saw Star Trek Into Darkness over the weekend. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I've got all 7 seasons of Next Generation and 3 seasons of the old Star Trek, and I got all the old movies and all that stuff. I liked the movie. It was entertaining. It was fun. I enjoyed it. You certainly pay your money. Sit down in the theater, nice big screen, and lots of things exploding, lots of action, lots of whiz bang stuff, and all that. But I don't know. It's the same old characters, kind of just being stereotypes of themselves and being stereotypes of themselves. And you get to a point where you know, Sulu is the same, and McCoy, being the old country doctor and the real emotional guy, and Spock is, fighting with his emotions and all this other stuff, and it's fine, but it's just kind of like, it's almost like a giant cartoon. It was fun. I enjoyed it, but I've certainly seen better sci-fi. Although I did like Benedict Cuccinelli. Excuse me, Benedict Cumberbatch or whatever, Cumberbatch. He's in the he's in the Sherlock Holmes, the new incarnation they run on PBS, and I like it a lot. It's really good, and he's really good as the villain. So yesterday, yes, I made a joke on Facebook that Ken Cumberbatch is the new nominee for governor in Virginia for the GOP. Ken Cuccinelli, actually, but I said it was Ken Cumberbatch, to make it a link to the Star Trek villain, Ken Cuccinelli, little things are going to shoot out of his eyes, laser beams, and destroy all the Democrats and liberals. So anyhow, I come home from the movie, in a nice mood, and then I receive this email. And, here's one thing that people should know. What does off the record mean? If something is off the record, it has to be agreed to by both parties, okay? So if somebody sends me an email and says, hey, Dave, I'm going to send you something off the record, is that okay? Do you agree to that? And I write back and say, yeah, sure. Then they send me something off the record. Then it's off the record because both sides have agreed to it. If someone just sends you something and says, this is off the record, and then just sends it to you, it isn't off the record because both sides haven't agreed to it. So I guess I got to tiptoe around. I'll say who it is because we didn't agree to it being off the record, but what the heck, he'll probably get mad at me anyhow, but he's already mad at me. Larry O'Connor, WMAL, sends me this sweet email. Last Dave TV. So, if you're on the Dave TV page, scroll down one and go watch my Dave TV from Saturday. And, I kind of went to another one of my rants about WMAL and why I don't like it and all this other stuff. And Larry takes great offense to what I wrote. Basically, what WMAL does is they do allow Democrats occasionally to have a little voice on the station. They do have Lanny Davis on occasionally. They did have Bill Press on for a few minutes last week. They do allow the other side on there. They occasionally will have somebody who's a Democrat on the station, but you look at the tiny little, and they will dutifully allow the opposition on there. But for the most part, they're screaming bloody murder about how awful liberals are and how rotten Democrats are and how stereotypical. They'll take one liberal who did one thing somewhere in Kansas or something, and then they make it sound like all liberals want to do that. Or one stupid teacher in Chicago, aren't all teachers stupid because of that? That kind of thing. And, this is nothing new. It's propaganda. It's just bullshit. You hear it all the time. And WMAL is not the only ones to do this. It's all over the place. And I'm not saying the right only does it. You hear the same thing by the left. It's, MSNBC is full of it. The same thing, that it's propaganda. It's kind of lowest common denominator. Let's get everybody all upset, hoping they'll watch or listen or whatever. NMAL does the same thing. I mean, they do it. And Larry sends me this thing, and he goes, first off, he says, nobody's watching my YouTube videos, and that's probably true. I don't do them so anybody watches them. I just do them because I like to do them. I don't care. I just throw all this stuff out there, and who cares? But, he says, he's criticized Governor McDonnell, who's a Republican, and he's confronted Ken Cuccinelli, who's a Republican, and he had Bill Press on his show. And that makes him fair and balanced. Really, it doesn't fool me. It's WMAL is propaganda. That's what it is. It's right-leaning. It isn't just a right-leaning station. It's right-leaning propaganda. Rah, rah, yahoo, everything like that. And, do advertisers want to be associated with that in a heavily Democratic market? Hey, some of them do, right? But the ratings of the station are kind of iffy. What was it last week? I think they were 16th or 17th. That's fine. But, I just think, Larry also said he supported immigration reform, same-sex marriage, and decriminalization of pot. Wow. But I don't hear them. I don't hear him. If he did maybe mention that he's for same-sex marriage, and that's all well and good, I don't hear them every morning ranting and raging about how two guys should get married. It's very much the opposite on the station. It's very much buried down there. So I don't know. I guess he's. Larry's saying he's kind of saying socially he's a closet liberal. Come out of the closet, Larry, and speak up. I don't know. Fun stuff there, huh? The fact that Larry would get so riled up and send me that long email, and it is a fairly lengthy email, what does that tell you? Well, what the hell? People ask you, say, Dave, you don't get as much traffic as Drudge, and Dave, I reach the movers and shakers. That's what I want to do. I want to reach the people that matter, that mean something in the market in terms of, people that care about media and communications and stuff like that. And I reach them, and that's fine. If targeted, that kind of thing. So, I'm not getting billions and billions of people to watch. All right, folks, I got a phone call from Betsy Rothstein. Better answer that. Have a good one. Love you all. Live long and prosper. Hit the wrong button there.